and welcome to the Magic Castles Podcast, episode 31. Don't forget to like and subscribe, go to all the things, leave us a comment now if you want. Tell us how weird it is that we're just going straight into the intro. My name is Ophine, aka Tom. Did that the wrong way around, it's fine. We're doing new things today. Hello, this is Adam, aka Adam GCB.
Hello.
How are you?
How's it going?
I nailed that, didn't I?
Yes.
Really nailed
Apart from getting your name wrong.
Yeah, I did it the wrong. Oh well, you know who I am.
It's fine.
Yeah, go follow us everywhere as well. Instagram, X, I guess, Blue Sky. Are we posting on Twitter still?
No, I think I posted gameplay just because I can tag people.
Yeah, that's fair. Don't follow us on Twitter.
Yeah. Don't follow us on Twitter.
Speaking of gameplay episode 3 is out. It's been out for a while. You should go watch it. It's really good. How many views are we at? 2K?
2,000. Our most viewed video ever. It's been out for 2 weeks.
That's good. And I have been off shorts because I have been a busy boy. Shorts will start coming. You'll see some funny, goofy gaffs. Go give them a like and a comment and all that stuff, and help us grow, please. That would be very appreciated. Oh, anyway, podcast stuff. What we doing? I'm looking at my notes. It says Tom Fallout video. So that,
your bobblehead video came out. Just to mention it, plug it now. Go ahead.
That's my. I just randomly did a video. I had an idea to do this video about the bob. I've got a luck bobblehead deck basically, where I try to roll as many dice as I can to do the 7/6s to win with the luck bobblehead. So I rushed the video out, which I'm quite happy with. I'm quite proud of. I did some really nice edits at it, so I'm really happy about that. There will also be an update on that, but that'll come later in the episode, so you're going to have to wait. But yeah, go give that a watch. It's on my channel, Overfiend. So go give that a...
Card is now on the YouTube video, link in the description, all that kind of stuff. Go mad.
It's somewhere. Go watch that. But watch the gameplay first. Right, we've got to fess up, haven't we?
Yeah, so we're a week late. It took a year and a bit for us to not follow our schedule, which I'm actually quite proud of.
Yeah, 31 episodes.
Yeah, but last week I just didn't have it in me to record anything, and you had just killed yourself getting the gameplay episode edit done. So I think we just thought, let's just bid it off and take a break for a week.
Yeah. Also,
it felt like, from a scheduling point of view, CommandFest was the weekend just gone, so we would have episodes like from the furthest points from CommandFest. So it kind of felt like, okay, let's move it closer to when CommandFest is relevant, still top of your mind. I didn't attend, but you did.
Yeah.
And that way it just feels a bit more relevant rather than in like another week's time. You know, we're like, oh, what did you do at CommandFest? I don't remember.
Yeah.
So I think most of it was for, us to have a bit of a mental reset. And also, like, we're going to talk about it in a bit, but, just talking about the general approach to the channel and then, giving ourselves some time to discuss that and kind of ponder on it. Ponder mentioned. Whereas normally, right, because our current schedule is podcast, gameplay, podcast, break, podcast, gameplay, podcast, break. We don't really have time to like let things kind of simmer and discuss them. So we did that. It was good. It was really, really helpful.
Yeah, it was nice taking a little bit of a break.
Yeah. I have just realized, though, gameplay is like next gameplay episode's in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Which is filthy. That's fine. So yeah, we should just roll into what's happening.
Yeah, go for it.
That seems the most natural, right? 'Cause we're kind of talking about it.
Yeah.
Okay. Hopefully this podcast episode is going to sit within the kind of less than an hour time frame. We are making some changes. Don't be scared. We have noticed that we have power crept the podcast.
That's one word to say.
Over time, in terms of the length and the bits and everything that we add. And we've always added stuff and never taken it away, because every time we add something, it becomes someone's favorite thing. And then what that does, it means every 2 weeks we have to record 2 hours of us talking about Magic.
Yeah.
which in a structured format rather than kind of just like organically chatting, which was the point of the podcast in the first place.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Things evolve organically and take a life of their own. The problem is what this has taken a life of is a beast that takes 2 hours of our time and us trying to scramble for bits. So what we're going to do less bits going forward. We're going to have less kind of off topic like rambling as well. Me and Tom sit inside a lot of different relevant subcultures to Magic, right? Be it gaming, Beyblade, like other tabletop stuff. We're going to do something with that. We think we found a really, really good mix. That's still Magic related. It's just not on this show because the issue with that subculture stuff, which is part of our personalities, is if you're not into Beyblade, if you're not into the games that me and Tom play, if you're not into just random Simpsons and professional wrestling references halfway through a Magic podcast like review, it can feel exclusionary, which is not what we want. So that is going to go somewhere else. Hopefully, we're still planning that. I think this show is just hopefully going to be a lot more focused going forward. And we're going to kind of pick, like, if it's a really heavy news fortnight, maybe we'll just do like, our take on silly news, only if it's silly and stupid, not serious stuff, obviously. Like, we're not changing the tone of the channel. Or, if Tom goes to an event or if I go to an event together, we'll talk about that. I would talk about episode 3 gameplay, but I've forgotten it already because I haven't watched it since it came out. So there's that. The other changes happening to the channel, as you've probably realized already, there's not been much podcast shorts. This is because the gameplay ones are absolutely dominating for us. They're performing really, really well. They're massively helping our TikTok growth. They're helping our YouTube growth, even Instagram, which is weird. So it makes sense for us to lean into that because Tom's editing time is already finite as it is. Why are we, editing the podcast down, which hasn't really been made for shorts in a while, whereas the gameplay naturally has the kind of short form narrative built in. So that also kind of reinforces the less bits on the podcast. So that's it. So gameplay's not going anywhere. If anything, there's going to be more gameplay shorts because we know that's what we're focusing on.
Yeah.
Podcast is going to be shorter and more approachable, right? We are fully aware that 2 hours every 2 weeks is a massive time commitment and that is something that, I think is quite egregious for us to ask for every 2 weeks. And there might be another kind of type of video that sits on this channel in the near future once, we can work out what that is. That's it. Cool. Nothing. We're not going anywhere. We're not retiring. We're not done.
If anything, you'll see more of us.
I still love doing this with you. You're going to see more of us, if anything, just in smaller chunks. So that's it. And I'm not going to talk anymore because we've already been going 10 minutes.
Yeah, I'm keeping an eye on the timer. I'm like,
I'm like looking at a timer, like we're keeping time. So, and that's the other thing. We're going to try to keep to less than an hour each episode.
Yeah, you may notice there was no rolling start because those are cutting.
We're cutting like opportunities to ramble, right? Like that's the big thing. And then also because that's the ammunition that's going into the other content. So we don't really want to talk about it too much on here. Sick. How was CommandFest?
It was really good.
Okay,
so yeah, CommandFest, those who don't know, next. CommandFest. It's good. Everyone gets together, plays Commander. It was in Birmingham this year, so just down the road from me. There were a few problems. I won't go into them. We'll talk about the positives. So it was really good seeing everybody. Everyone came from all over the country. Shattergang came down. We had a load of people there. It was really good. I got so many games. I don't think I've ever played so many games at an event. It was wild. I think I got 6 games in on the Saturday. I don't know.
That's good. That's right. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it was crazy. Just genuine. I got there. The Mansplaining boys were there. Sat down, played a game with them. I can't remember half the games I played with. Adam and Emma. Josh was there. He'd come up with Eliza, which is great. God, who else did I play with? So many people. It was maybe twice as big as they've been before. They had an extra room.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it was the gathering as well. It was like a standard and modern, I think, was in one area.
Yeah, it was mega modern. I saw that.
Yeah, and then it was like events in another room, and then Commander in another room. There were more vendors. There was like hot food on as well, which like a, I don't know what you say. Not like the canteen. It was like downstairs. They had like a stand set up, and
okay, because they had the food service bit, the last one, right?
Yeah, but it was like it was at the cafe at the top. That wasn't open this time.
Yeah,
which was a little weird.
Okay.
Because you think you'd have both, because it was on the ground floor and the second floor. It was split, so it was the usual floor, but also on the ground floor. I think there was some like logistical problem, and they had to move stuff around. I don't know the details.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it was a lot bigger this time. I picked up a few bargains. I got a metal worker for a bargain that I kept going on all day about how much I got it for, and it became a bit of a meme by the end of it. And I treated myself, I don't know if I told you this, to a whiteboarder as a saga.
No.
I saw it staring at me like the Green Goblin mask.
How much damage was that?
The saga was 50 quid.
I don't think that's actually that bad.
No, it's all right. And the metal worker was £60, 60 quid, which everyone repeated to me all weekend.
You actually told me as well.
Yeah. I picked up a few little bits. I got a foil, what's it called? A foil dark steel forge, pretty cool. But yeah, I picked up a few packs, nothing crazy, but I thought I saw some people opening packs and I was like, I want to gamble. So grabbed some Tarkir stuff.
Oh, you might have got done by that Urza saga, by the way.
You reckon? How much?
Yeah.
How much is it going for?
It's €37 on Card Market for an English in the UK.
Yeah, whatever. It's fine. I'll wind it in the moment.
But you had it there and then, right? And you could see the damage. You could see the state of it.
Exactly. Yeah, that was the thing that got me about the metalworker as well, because there's like a couple of little like dings on the edge, but I mean it's a 25-year-old card, I think.
Metalworker is it Urza's?
It's Urza's block.
Yeah, it's Urza's Destiny.
Yeah, it's like 80 quid it's going for, so that was pretty good. But yeah, played a bunch of games with a load of people. I got recognized. So on the first day, I was going to the lift.
Before, because I'll forget to say this, a good quality English metal worker is about €60. Okay, so you've actually done okay.
Yeah, not too bad.
And again, being able to see it in person, So day one, I was heading downstairs. Where was I going? I think I was going over to get some food with my girlfriend Eve, friend of the show, and a recurring guest. I guess that's what we say, don't we? Recurring guest. Anyway, we got in the lift, and the doors were closing, and a girl came running towards us, like getting the lift. So we let her in. The doors closed, and then from behind me, I hear an unknown voice go, "I know who you are, Tom." And I was like, panic. And then she quickly followed up with that she watches the podcast. So, yeah. Maybe start with that.
Yeah.
Maybe start with, by the way, I watch a podcast. I know who you are.
Well, I prefer it that way because, it's a story. It's a story. So, so Chell.
It's a good narrative.
Yeah. And Chell. And she gave me a card for the party box. And so I got to sign it on the second day.
Nice.
It's a 4460 fish. And she even wrote on the back the event, which was really good. So hell yeah,
that's good.
So we got that for the box. And we caught up again on Sunday and managed to get a game in, which was really nice. That was a game with myself, Tristan, Chell, and I managed to rope in Neon Rot, the guy who does Fukusatsu, the indie game that I'm obsessed with, the Baldur's game. Love Will. He's amazing. Such a nice guy. I need to get some more games in with him, so you might be seeing more of him in the future. But yeah, that was great. God, who else was the Unholy Hand guys who I met for the first time? So they're another channel down in Bristol, I think. Really nice guys. Hung out with MTG Specs a bunch. Another really great guy. Jay Erinus was there. I played. So Lee, MTG Specs has been obsessed with he's got a bobblehead deck as well. MTG Versus was there. He's got a bobblehead deck, and then we ended up roping in Ian because we couldn't find a fourth. So Ian played their the brand new deck that they made, the Thopters one, but on the like agreement that they weren't trying to win. They were there to just help us get to the win.
Oh, okay.
So Versus had to drop out because he had a meet and greet to go to. So it ended up me and Lee, and we were just rolling lots of dice basically, and Lee recorded my big turn where I turned all my artifacts into luck bobbleheads. So I had 38 and I rolled 38 dice. I think I got 3 6s the first time, and then I rolled 38 dice and I got the 7 6s, and he recorded it, and I don't know how I did it. That's when I went and bought the Urza Saga as a treat. But yeah, so that was like what my video was about. So the fact that I did a video the week before and then actually pulled it off, I still don't know how. I'm never going to do it again. But yeah, that was fun. That was really exciting. God, what else was there? Yeah, it was just a good
question. What you think on that? Do you wear wigs? Did you implement brackets?
For all but one game, yes.
Okay, and how did that go?
Fine, absolutely fine.
Okay,
I had no.
The thing is, right? Everyone we play with, and don't let this go to your heads. Everyone we play with are typically good people.
Yeah.
Right. Like they're not going to be shitbags about it. I mean, maybe Wally would be. Yeah. But like everyone, if I think who's going to actually fuck around with brackets and dick me over the most, it's probably Wally.
Yeah.
Bad character, that guy. So like this is like the first big UK event, like 'cause we haven't got MagicCon. Rip.
Yeah.
So how were those conversations basically just power levels, right? Or was it? Did it feel more like structured due to brackets and game changers?
Not really.
Okay.
I had a bit of another running joke that it's about a 3 was what I said every time, and anytime anyone else was thinking about what theirs was, I was like, "Is it about a 3?" And they were like, "Yeah." So we did do a game with 4s, but it was very. It was over very fast. Yeah, I know if you're in that kind of comfy, 7 spot with people, I think maybe now that 7 is condensed down 2 or 3, it does feel like you're getting more opportunity to play with a wider. Like there's clearly 3s that are weaker and 3s that are stronger, but the games didn't feel awful to play.
This is what me and you were saying, which is that every deck's just going to be a 3.5.
Yep.
Right. It's not CDH because 4 is just CDH. I'm sorry, it literally is. 4 and 5 are the same. It's just intent. But like from a deck building point of view, like a lot of people are going to land in that because they're going to be like, yeah, it's not optimized, but it has nasty stuff in it, and that can take over a game. So a lot of people are going to say free because they're not CDH, and they're not playing CDH decks with a social like mindset. Because that's all the differences between 4 and 5. Yeah. So everyone's going to land 3, or 2 is just, this is my deck, it's bad. Like, so I think 3 is just going to be the natural number. Yeah. And when you get, and you're going to get stomped by 3s, like, and that's fine. And you need to be aware that's going to happen. It's just when they go fetch, dual land, like probe you, do this, do that. And you're like, okay, you're probably a 4. Yeah. There weren't any games I had that were particularly one-sided either, which was quite nice. I even played my new mono blue like Pinger deck, which is it's a 2, and that was going up against 3s, and it did a lot. That was against Adam Theodore Gathering. The theory is that every deck should be able to hang with a bracket either side, right? So a 2 should be able to hang up for 3 and do okay. Chances of winning are lower, but you should be okay. Yeah. And that's why 3s should be able to hang with some CDH decks or 4, but yeah, okay.
Yeah, it didn't feel super bad. But yeah, I think it's just because of the crowd we're with. I did hear one horror story from one person, but other than that, nothing.
Was that just a this is a 3 and it's not, or this is a 2 and it's not?
I think it was a 2 and it wasn't. So,
okay.
Yeah, but it like very, very clearly wasn't. But yeah, other than that, really good time. Great fun seeing everyone. We went out for some food after on the Saturday. God, I'm trying to think who else was there. Fun. Was there? Who else was there? Oh, I think I've got everyone. If I've forgotten you, I'm sorry. Tristan.
And then
Connor, Fatal Ferret Connor. Oh.
What a guy.
Oh.
And then, so I'm just gonna ask you more questions.
No, that's fine.
Because I wasn't there, so I don't know anything. So I'm playing.
I've forgotten so much, so your questions are actually really.
I'm playing
helpful.
Adam Dum Dum. What was the general vibe with like new product fatigue?
Oh, everyone's over it.
Everyone's just
everyone's cooked. Yeah,
yeah.
So many people who do content were saying like they're struggling because of how much is coming out, and they're like trying to stay on top of it and keep relevant, and it's just an uphill struggle.
Yeah, I think like the thing that I'm proud of us, like we've always done, is we've always said, I don't care about this set, right? There's nothing worse than someone who's like so excited about every fucking thing that comes out.
Yeah.
Because then I don't know when to believe you.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like I don't know when you are genuinely excited about something. If you're just like, oh my God, this is like all caps all the time. Like,
see, that threw me about Tarkir because that was the vibe I was picking up from everyone. I didn't know if I was the weird one because I wasn't that interested in it.
I think with Tarkir, it's a case of that is when a lot of people like if you talk about Magic in like waves and like generations, like a lot of people who started playing when I was playing started at Tarkir because dragons.
Yeah, I know a lot of people think like quite fond.
So like I think a lot of it is just nostalgia. I think what they fumbled on was like not lore, but like it didn't feel like Tarkir.
Yeah.
Or OG Tarkir. So I think they fumbled a little bit there. Like the clans felt like the clans by name only. I also think the general vibe on Tarkir was down because of the commander decks, the precons being absolutely blown out of the recommended retail price. So retailers sending the Teamer one for like £120. One, fucking gross, and two, just meant like not enough people can get in their hands, therefore they're not going to be excited by it. I had to fight God to get the Mardu one, which I've made and still haven't played yet, but yeah, I think that definitely impacted people's excitement of it. And I also think just like the fact that we were opening packs and they were like, here's Final Fantasy cards, here's Spider-Man cards, and it's just like, guys, you got to let this stuff breathe. Like, I know it kind of feels like it's for a different audience, but like it means that your core engaged audience can't live in a moment of like, oh, we're at, like, didn't they literally drop Final Fantasy previews, Tarkir pre-release?
I think
or something.
So.
There was like there was previews on like around like either Tarkir, either in between pre-release and product coming out, or like very close to one of those moments. And it's like you're not letting stuff like shine on itself, like it's by itself. It's like it's wild. So yeah, I was interested because I was like, because the Final Fantasy stuff was coming out so thick and fast this week. I was like, I wonder how people are like dealing with that. Yeah, I don't care. Everyone's just like, here's a man with like 18,000 pockets. I'm like, if you're into that, that's cool.
I am very into that. I'm very excited for Final Fantasy, but hey,
I'm not here to yuck anyone's yum. If you're like, you know, I've always said that like I'm really, really happy. Like people seem to be liking this, and people seem to be saying, oh, this stuff is like really, really respecting like the lore and the things that make Final Fantasy cool. So I'm glad they're nailing that. Same with Doctor Who, same with Lord of the Rings, Warhammer, all the UB stuff that I'm not interested. What else? Like, was there, in terms of commanders you were playing against, was there was there like a deck that kept coming up apart from bobbleheads? Because that's a weird instance of you guys being absolute sickos. But like, was there like a theme, or was it just everyone just jamming? Okay,
everyone just took what they liked. Yeah, it was just people playing their favorite decks. I think it felt like everybody was just getting it out. You know, just like, this is what I want to play, so I'm going to play it. Just playing stuff they enjoyed.
And it wasn't like a particular set that was like overrepresented, or no?
It was all over the place. It was great.
Old, new, all that.
Yeah,
okay.
It was great. There
That's
was some
healthy,
like,
right?
you know, like the popular ones, you know, the ones you see all the time, and then some weirdo choices, which is good. I was going to say, I finally played my Deadpool deck.
Yeah, how'd that go?
I played it twice. I played it Friday night at the pre-game, and I played it Saturday, and it was really good. Like, it wasn't horrible. I think everybody enjoyed it. It's got a bunch of like punish and a bunch of goad, so it's that kind of deck. It's basically the Valgavoth Precon and my Xantia deck like mushed together. Some kind of
that's basically what mine is. Yeah,
it's like punishing card draw. So, I'm not cloning Deadpool. I'm if there's a creature on the board that I want, Nyx Bloom Ancient, for example, I will play Deadpool and steal it. Yeah, that's basically it. And normally you get removed after that. But yeah, it was fun. It was making like more of a puzzle for people. You know, like they've got to kind of deal with the goad and deal with the being punished for taking game actions, and it kind of everyone came down at the same time. It was a very close game.
Deadpool's super interesting because one, Deadpool's terrible at winning the game, but two, if Deadpool just sits in your command zone, that's like pseudo removal. Yeah. Like, so no one wants to play their commander first because they don't want you to just go Deadpool, take your commander. So I
was using it in
fun,
less of that and more of a if there's something I need for a certain moment. I was really holding on to it. Yeah. Like somebody played an Atraxa. I was like, cool, now I've got Atraxa. And then I basically had a flying Death Touch Deadpool, which is great.
Why would you play Atraxa with Deadpool? Yeah, okay.
People were just playing out.
Yeah, just get it out. Yeah. What else was I going to say? And then they've announced September CommandFest.
They have.
Did they announce location?
Not yet. No.
It's going to be fucking Twickenham, isn't it?
It's going to be Twickenham.
Okay, that's fine. It's okay. It's okay as a venue. It's just it's just all that glass in September when it's going to be hot is the killer. Because
I will say, I doubt it'll be hotter than it was there because we had all of the windows and doors shut and the aircon wasn't on and it was sweltering.
Yeah, so I know it's a bit of a neg, but I want to talk about this. So cricket was on, which is fine.
There was an amateur. It wasn't a professional game. It was like a semi-pro game. There must have been at maximum 50 people in the crowd.
Like tier 2,
basically.
Like tier 2,
tier 3. I think it was
tier 3 cricket.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and then they shot you. They shot you away because you're too loud and can't be trusted.
We don't know.
Disturb
I
cricket,
assume so. Yes.
Okay. That's ropey to me in terms of just like airflow and let's be honest, the clientele not being. Not always, like, I'm playing stereotypes. I think anyone who attends events, regardless of what game it is or conventions, like it's just people, right? It's a lot of people in a very short space, yapping, spitting everywhere. So yeah, that doesn't vibe well with me. I think. Glad you're not super ill yet, but we'll see.
I'm feeling Eve isn't feeling great, but hey, we'll see how she gets on. But honestly,
that con front is real.
Yeah, honestly, I think what happened at the convention made up for the shortcomings, like seeing everyone.
Yeah,
I don't remember half of the games because I was just talking and laughing. You know, it's that, and that's the best games in my opinion. Like I don't remember how many I won.
Events?
I think I won 2. Oh, I entered the Mystery Booster 2 draft to use up some of Tristan's tickets.
Okay.
I drafted a Selesnya Enchantments deck. won the first game, but I was planning on dropping out anyway. I was just doing it to use his vouchers, so I gave my opponent the 2-0 victory. But I was really pleased with the deck I made. It was really solid. Just like it all revolved around a white creature with vigilance, basically, and I was just pumping that up and smashing face. Yeah, it was surprisingly good. I think I'm getting good at draft. I might be
nice.
We'll see. No big pulls though. Sadly, the guy opposite me pulled the command tower, which I was living about.
What a time to get good at draft when draft's going to cost you about 50 quid with Final Fantasy coming out.
Can't wait for that.
I don't think I've got any other questions.
I can't anything else for me to say, really.
Any content you're in, like from a recorded games point of view?
No. Lee recorded those few bits, but I just wanted to play games with people and have fun. So
as much as I like, obviously, I always say yes to appearing people's content. The issue of doing that twice at last CommandFest is you basically lose an hour before, which is a game.
Yeah.
Minimum.
Yeah. That's why I didn't want to do any events as well.
Yeah.
Because last time I think I did a mystery booster too, and I kept coming back between rounds and seeing everyone having fun, and I was like, I got to
it's a mindset thing, right? It's like, what are you there to do?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I think that stuff's really good for people who don't have like LGSs that can fire off like a draft every week, or do like weird kind of obscure stuff, but have to stick to kind of just like it's standard every week because that's the only way I get 8 people. Please come. Like,
if you're there to do it, then yeah, it's good. But I mean, I'm more of a casual.
Like I don't understand like the prize wall mentality of like, I'm going to go and just like slam events until I get tickets, not talk to anyone all day, get one prize, and then see everyone in the day that's been playing like with their friends and others like all weekend. So I will do an event if it's fun, if it's interesting, but I am not there to like draft like, Wilds of Eldraine.
Yeah,
right, please.
I think most of the people we know didn't do any events. We all just kind of hung out and play games.
It kind of makes me like, actually now stop listening. It kind of makes me think, why do we need like a third party involved? Like, why don't we all just book like a social club?
We were talking about that, don't we? I mean, it's good to see other people, like I met
it's true.
a fan of the podcast, which was amazing. I'm still not over it. I'm still like,
it's the inclusion of everyone is important. I'm just being
we'll do that. We'll book it.
Yeah, I'm just being an angry old man. Cool. I don't think there's anything else. Like, I'm glad it's 1 September. Literally, right when I think I saw Fern's story. And she posted like, "Oh, next CommandFest is September." Because I think I went to because I was away with friends, and we were sitting down, and I'm like, "Oh, is it CommandFest this weekend or Magic Event this weekend?" I was like, "Yeah, it's fine. I don't want to talk about it. I love you all. I don't want to talk about it." And I was like, "I guarantee there is another one, and I guarantee it's in September because September is the busiest month. September and October are the busiest months for me." And then I saw a third story. I was like, literally, like as we were talking about it, I was like, motherfucker, because I've got Stacey's at a hen the first week, and then I'm at a stag the second week, same wedding, and then that week is the week that is happening on free, so I am going, even if it's Twickenham. And then like the wedding's like just after that, so it's all like super super compact. So I'm glad it managed to fall on the 1 week that I can go.
It's very lucky, very lucky.
Cool. Should we?
Yeah.
Unless you got anything else to say?
No.
Should we move on to?
Like I said, I don't remember much of it. I just remember having fun with my friends. So
who embarrassed themselves the most? As I pull up a card, I will
say we went out and a couple of people stayed out until 5 a.m. I'm not going to name any names, but if you know MTG people, you know exactly who it was. Yeah, I won't.
I would name names.
You know exactly who it is.
What are they doing that for? 5?
Yeah. It's the one person I haven't mentioned.
Yeah. 5 is Summon.
Yeah, well,
excuse me as I just preemptively zoom in.
He's a bit of a party animal, so. It was Vince, I'll tell you. It was Pleasant Kenobi, if you haven't worked it out. I'm mad as well because he went to the bar, the rock bar that I really like. Anyway, hey. Ooh.
This is Sicko's own Hall of Fame list. I've shared my screen wrong. Give me a second.
Yeah, I was going to say that looked weird. It really threw me.
I shared tab. I was like, let's try something new. And that was a bad idea. Right, let's do... Boom.
It's going. There we go.
There we go. Tom is submitting Soul Echo. Do you want to read it out?
Yeah, so Soul Echo is X white for an enchantment from Mirage. I'll read it as it's printed on the card. It's mostly about the way the card is formatted. The text on the card is
what the fuck?
indented.
I didn't notice that.
I assume this is because there was so much text on it that they thought this was a good idea to lay it out. So it says, when you play Soul Echo, put X echo counters on it at the beginning of your upkeep. If there are no echo counters on Soul Echo, bury it. Otherwise, target opponent may choose that. For each 1 damage dealt to you until your next upkeep, you instead remove 1 echo counter from Soul Echo. You do not lose the game as a result of having less than 1 life.
Errata reads, not much better, to be honest. This enchantment enters with X echo counters on it. You don't lose the game by having 0 or less life. At the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice this enchantment if there are no echo counters on it. Otherwise, target opponent may choose that for each 1 damage that would be dealt to you until your next upkeep. You remove an echo counter from this enchantment instead. So basically, it's you put counters on this. If you take damage, it goes down.
Yeah, I think they could have worded this better in the errata, but I think this might be secretly good. But also the weird thing is, if for the audio listeners, every paragraph is like indented on the second line, which looks very strange.
Yeah, it's like indented, and then the second line is always indented. It's
like the opposite of a normal paragraph. You normally indent the first line. I see where they're coming from. Like it clears up. Kind of, I don't know. It looks awful.
It's because they can't put line breaks in because there's just too much text on here. Yeah. And this is before they started to realise they could make text smaller, which was bad.
I think this is secretly good.
It's also my favourite old Magic card trope, which is putting like the reason why the card is good at the end as like a haha, like that you don't lose the game as a result of having less than 1 life. And now they've just realised, no, you put it on the upfront, so like people don't read this the entire time going, this is a bad deal. So yeah, that's cool. Art is whatever. It's just a metal version of him.
Yeah, it was giving me like JoJo vibes. Like it's like his stand.
It is a bit. Yeah, it is a bit like posy.
This was a last minute thing because
about an
didn't know. Text me like you're on Sicko, by the way. I was like, oh, because I've been so out of it this week. I don't hate this actually. I think I think it has a use. Also, weird counter. So echo counters.
Weird counter is good. The errata is not busted. Like the errata didn't actually have to do that much work. It's kind of just like modernizing the templating.
Yeah.
Art's fine. The effect is there are effects like that, right? Which are like, rather than take damage, you do this instead. So it's not like out there.
I will say as well, I've just realized a little caveat here. It doesn't matter if you do damage to yourself, you don't take the counters off. It's only if an opponent deals damage to you. So if you do damage to yourself, you will lose life, but you won't die, and you don't take counters off it.
Otherwise, target opponent may choose that for each 1 damage that would be dealt to you. I think it does. I think you then pick the... Yeah, so I think what happens is... Oh, God, even the errata is not great, is it? At the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice this enchantment if there are no echo counters on it. Next line. Otherwise, a target opponent may choose that for each 1 damage that would be dealt to you until your next upkeep, you remove an echo counter from this enchantment. So I think it's if you were to take damage, you pick someone, and they tick it down, or they do damage to you.
You pick that at the beginning of your next upkeep, though. So if you play it on a turn, and on that turn do a load of damage to yourself, you don't technically die.
a big. Otherwise, target opponent.
Right, you get a turn of like.
Yeah, because it happened. Yeah, yes, you're right. Because the way that is templated is so fucking bad.
Actually, no. The first note: if you take damage between the start of your upkeep step and the time in which the upkeep trigger resolves, then Soul Echo will not affect that damage, and you'll be affected by damage as normal. Never mind, ignore me. It's bad.
Yeah, you need the beginning of your upkeep to trigger to get that effect, right?
I guess, but. Oh no, you'll lose life, but you won't die from having 0. Okay.
Yeah, because this is a static
separate thing.
This is a state-based ability.
Yeah.
So it doesn't trigger.
Okay, so it still works.
You don't lose the game. In a multiplayer game, you choose a new opponent. If this card runs out of cat sweet, next upkeep, blah blah blah. Okay. It's not super low.
No.
It's still weird.
Mm-hmm.
It's not weirder than Shahrazad.
No,
I think we put Shahrazad too low, by the way.
It's definitely dropped down. Wait, is Shahrazad 22?
Yeah, Shahrazad's too low. You play a separate game with Magic the Gathering, for fuck's sake. Why is it so low?
We'll do something with this. We'll do something.
I think we're going to do...
yeah.
Something.
We're on the same wavelength.
Yeah, we're going to do something.
I think it's around Festival. Is it worse than Festival? Because the art, although the card itself's weird. Festival wasn't a weird card. Festival was actually kind of cool.
Yeah, I knew this guy as a patch.
Yeah, he's sick, like a big back patch.
It's higher than Festival.
Yeah, for sure. Motherfucker Assassin. Is it? Is it above Giant Strength? Oh, I'm seeing a Frog Tongue on here. So Ian did the Mystery Booster 2 draft that I was in, and they got a Frog Tongue and put it in their deck, which was amazing.
Nice. Nice. I think it's... higher than Bone Dancer?
Yeah, I was thinking above Bone Dancer, below Giant Strength.
Why is Giant Strength weird? Because
the guy and his strength.
I
love that card so much.
Yeah, it's okay.
Soul Echo. 27. I'll take that.
It's not bad for literally 2 minutes before.
Yeah, I've got a few more, but that was the weirdest one.
Cool. Soul Echo is our new number 27 in the Sicko Zone Hall of Fame. Our list of the weirdest, wildest, worst Magic the Gathering cards of all time. For those who are new, I'll just read out top 5. Number 5 is Amnesia. Nut. It's covered in nut. Number 4 is Elvish Bard, the Alliance's art. Number 3 is Amulet of Quaz. Number 2 is Camouflage from Magic's 30th anniversary. And number 1 is Illusionary Mask, just fucking the entire history of that card. Jesus Christ.
Go and look at that card if you're new.
Go and look at that card if you dare. That is us done. Did you know? Like, I haven't actually checked. I'm pretty sure it's still around it. So I'm still thinking it's about 60%. It might actually, no, do you know what? It is because the gameplay, whilst bringing in new people, hi friends, is drastically outweighed by people who have watched the last ones and just clicked it when it came into their suggested feed. So I'm going to say 60% of you are not subscribed. Please subscribe. It really helps us out. It's free. It takes you 2 seconds. Yes. It really matters to us because numbers going up make brain feel good.
And it gets more people seeing the content, which is good. That's what we want.
If you don't subscribe, the police that are coming to arrest Tom will come and arrest you as well. Jesus, what's going on here?
I don't know.
We will be back in 2 weeks. No, we will be back in 2 weeks. Oh, we need to chat because gameplay would technically now fall on a podcast day.
Should we?
So
we'll work it out.
We need to talk about that.
We'll work it out.
We'll work that out.
Stay tuned to the blue sky.
You'll in 2 weeks. You'll either see gameplay or the podcast. We don't know yet. This has been episode 31 of the Magic Castles podcast.
Like and subscribe. Do all the things. We've already done that. Sorry.
Yeah. Tom, where can people find you?
Overfiend everywhere with an X.
You can find me at adamgcb.wtf on Blue Sky. Don't follow me anywhere else, please. Cool. Bye-bye.
Bye.